Welcome, students, to part 2 of your Global Young Professionals Institute Virtual Embassy Day. We at the Center for Global Business are excited to support you on your journey to developing a global mindset and to sending you out to explore the world with your first stop at an embassy in Washington, D.C. The Center for Global Business is the hub of global learning and activity at the school. Our mission is threefold. First, to connect the Smith School to the world and the world to the Smith School. Second, to provide opportunities for students, faculty, staff, alumni, the business community to gain global mindset and international business skills. And third, to serve as a resource in the state of Maryland for companies seeking to compete in the global marketplace. We're also one of only 15 business schools nationwide to have been awarded a Title VI SIBE grant from the U.S. Department of Education. So you're in good hands with us. This event, Virtual Embassy Day, is part of this year's Keep Global Smith initiative. While travel is limited this year, we are leveraging technologies and resources to engage with the world in new and exciting ways. The Keep Global Smith initiative supports and encourages innovations in global teaching and programming that gives you, our students, opportunities to engage with peers, companies, content, and cultures around the world in new and exciting ways. Global mindset is at the core of your learning experiences with the Center for Global Business and a key component of the skills and knowledge that will propel you into the future. After all business is global. Global mindset as a concept is defined by FT as one that combines an openness to and an awareness of diversity across countries and markets with a propensity and ability to see common patterns across those countries and markets. And it's one of the things that employers will be looking for as you start to interview for your first jobs and internships. And here's some proof. In 2014, the Title VI SIBE Network conducted a national survey of C-suite executives at over 800 companies in the US, asking them how important international expertise and global mindset truly are to their businesses. And this is what they found. Over 85% of respondents said that international expertise or global mindset is of some or of great importance in all of these indicators, including cultural competence, knowledge of international markets, and foreign language skills. And Global YPI is a great place to start to developing these and all of the competencies of a global mindset. I'd like to thank the U.S. Department of Education, the Title VI SIBE program, and our corporate sponsor, EY, for making your Global Young Professionals Institute possible. By participating in Virtual Embassy Day, you will have special access to professional opportunities with EY. And we've asked Smith School alumnus and partner in assurance services at EY, Mark Rabinowitz, to tell you more about why global mindset is important at EY and how he sees it practiced every day. But before we get to him, let's dive a little bit deeper into global mindset as a concept and what we at the Center for Global Business can do to help you on your journey. And for that, we'll turn to Greg Rafal, the Assistant Director at the Center.
Let's talk about global mindset. What does it mean, and how can you develop one during your time at Maryland Smith? What does global mindset mean? Global mindset, according to the Financial Times, is an openness to and awareness of diversity across countries, cultures, and markets, and an ability to see common patterns. Furthermore, it's the ability to engage with the people, cultures, and ideas no matter where they come from. It's complex, but let's try to break it down into bite-sized pieces. We've taken global mindset a step further, and we've defined it into 7 different competencies or skills: tolerance of ambiguity, global business savvy, passion for diversity, cultural curiosity, adaptability, self-awareness and humility, and relationship building. The idea here is that by developing each of these 7 competencies, you develop your global mindset. But what is global mindset really? At the core of global mindset is an international outlook. An international outlook means things like reading up on current events and knowing what's going on in the world. It means learning a second language, a third, a fourth language if you're really ambitious. It's seeing how all these different things are intertwined and connected. It's not an easy task, but hopefully today you'll figure out how you can improve these skills during your 4 years here at Maryland Smith. Now that we know what a global mindset is, how do you develop one? The answer is through the Passport to Global Mindset. Not only have we at the Center for Global Business broken down global mindset into 7 competencies, we've also built a guide to help you develop each one. We call this the Passport to Global Mindset. We've mapped out activities and events at the Smith School and UMD to each of the competencies. Think of it as your roadmap to developing your global mindset. So let's talk a little bit more about each of the competencies and what they really mean. First is tolerance of ambiguity. Tolerance of ambiguity is the ability to navigate unclear situations without feeling frazzled, stressed, or anxious. In a nutshell, it's not knowing things and being okay with it. In the Passport to Global Mindset, there are several different ways you can develop your tolerance of ambiguity. One way is through participating in a Maryland Smith faculty-led short-term study abroad program. These are 3-credit winter study abroad courses led by faculty members. Next on our list is Global Business Savvy. Global Business Savvy is the knowledge of business environments and growth drivers that operate within and between different countries. Generally, it's knowledge of how to do business and what helps businesses grow. How will you develop your global business savvy at Maryland Smith? Maybe it's through a distinguished speaker series and international business event, where CGB brings in thought leaders and experts in policy to talk about international trends and issues. Next, we have relationship building. Relationship building is developing relationships with new people, but also building your global network. One way to build this skill is to connect with a community of Smith Study Abroad students through the Study Abroad Digest and the CGB Global Blog. Learn about your peers' global experience while sharing more about your own. Next, we have passion for diversity. Passion for diversity is an openness to other perspectives and an appreciation of differences. Here at the center, our passion for diversity is expressed through our commitment to diversity statement. As the driver of global learning and international activity, we have a responsibility to provide the Smith community with accessible opportunities and to foster an appreciation for a diverse community that engages people of all backgrounds. At the Smith School, we articulate our passion for diversity through our mission and values. We advocate for equity for all members of our community. We fearlessly communicate around issues of inclusion to create a welcoming environment for all, and we value diverse teams as critical assets that drive business excellence. So what does passion for diversity mean to you? How will you ignite that passion? Maybe it's by participating in an international business case challenge, where you're working on a case with students from around the world, or maybe a global classroom that allows you to collaborate with international teams. Next, we have cultural curiosity. Cultural curiosity is an openness to other cultures and your initiative to learn and seek out information about other cultures. It's learning about other people and what makes them tick. By developing your cultural curiosity, you can begin to understand how culture influences how people see the world. One way to develop your cultural curiosity is through International Education Week, or IEW as we call it. IEW is a series of events celebrating global mindset, global activities, and the global research at Maryland Smith. This nationwide event is a joint initiative of the U.S. Department of State and the U.S. Department of Education to celebrate international education and exchange. Next is adaptability. This one's pretty straightforward. Adaptability is your ability to adjust to the challenges and be resourceful. How will you develop your adaptability? Maybe you want to participate in the Global Consulting Fellows program, and again, work on a real-world cultural issue or project with a client. Next, we have self-awareness and humility. Self-awareness and humility is about knowing your strengths, but also knowing your limits. Knowing your strengths and weaknesses while valuing the strengths of others. Your participation in the global session of the Smith SART program is one way to build your self-awareness and humility as you learn about the importance of global mindset and reflect on how you will enhance your own.
Thanks for walking us through all of that, Greg. Now let's see what global mindset looks like in practice at EY. We'll turn to Mark Rabinowitz now to tell us more.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Mark Rabinowitz, and I'm an audit partner with the global professional services firm Ernst & Young. We're commonly referred to as EY. I'm a 2005 graduate of the Smith School at the University of Maryland, a proud Terp alum, go Terps, and I am thrilled that EY is a co-sponsor for Global Young Professionals Institute and the Virtual Embassy Day. First, I just want to applaud you for being so resilient. It has, without a doubt, been an incredibly tough year. We're dealing with social, political, and economic challenges that we've never seen before. I know it's not easy. I know many of you are struggling. But doing the best you can and being resilient is so important. Being a part of programs like the Global YPI and doing things above and beyond, like joining the Embassy Day today, that really makes a difference. And hopefully it helps take your mind off some of the struggles. And also, what a great opportunity to just immerse yourself in another culture for the day. So you might be curious, why does EY co-sponsor the Global YPI? For me, it's pretty simple. EY is a global professional services firm. We have over $37 billion in revenue, generated by more than 300,000 employees in over 150 countries. Our clients, from Amazon to Google to Lockheed Martin and Coca-Cola, and so many other iconic brands, are global companies, and they expect our professionals to have a global mindset. And so what does that really mean? I'll hit on some of the key tenets. Tolerance of ambiguity. Our professionals are asked to think on their feet, to take initiative, to come to the table with innovative solutions. It may not always be easy, and it might be new, but we acknowledge that our professionals grow the most when they take on challenging assignments. Global business savvy. Simply put, we operate in a global business world. On my clients, they do business in a number of countries, and they need advice on how to navigate the political, social, economic, and regulatory environment in these countries. And we bring value to our clients by providing just that. Relationship building. I'm sure many of you have heard the saying, it's not what you know, but who you know. Now listen, it is incredibly important, the what you know. And you should have a brand, and you should become a subject matter expert in something. But relationships are critical to being successful in business and in life. So just a quick plug about EY. As a firm, and for me being a leader at EY, we have established a culture based on a commitment to quality, an emphasis on values and teaming, diversity and inclusiveness, and having a global mindset. I'm a firm believer that starting at EY is one of the best places you could start your career. So take a look at the postings we have on Hire Smith. We have many externships, internships, and full-time opportunities available. The application deadline for these opportunities is February 25th. And feel free to connect with our campus recruiter, Lolita Hill, or myself on LinkedIn. I'll close by saying thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoy the Global Embassy Day.
Now that we know more about global mindset and how it translates into your career, let's talk about how to develop your global mindset as a Maryland Smith student. Global mindset is not only the foundation of what we do here at CGB, it's integral to the Maryland Smith student experience as part of the 4 I's of the iSmith initiative. iSmith provides undergraduate students with a framework to guide personal and professional development through the enhancement of core competencies, or the 4 I's: innovative, informed, influential, and international. The international piece, of course, represents your exploration of global mindset. Throughout your 4 years, you have the opportunity to participate in many programs and events, including case competitions, interdisciplinary honors programs, leadership opportunities, and global programs to help sharpen your skills. You can find all of these opportunities in the iSmith powered by the Suitable app. The app will also give you details on how to get involved and how to earn points and badges for your accomplishments. Thanks for watching, and I hope you learned more about global mindset and how you're going to develop one as a Maryland Smith Terp. All right, now let's get ready for your embassy visit. You'll soon be leaving the USA to travel, albeit virtually, to another country. Here are some final reminders to help you make the most out of your adventure. You received some information about your embassy country. Make sure to review that and do your research. During the embassy presentation, there will be some time for Q&A, so brainstorm some thoughtful questions. Explore the iSmith powered by Suitable app to discover all the different ways you can enhance your global mindset. And finally, make sure you check your email for updates from CGB. Thanks again for tuning in, and keep Global Smith.